Good morning, Forest School friends. Teacher Lauren and
Ballerina Leona.
Ballerina Leona today.
With this time a rose one with a bow.
Ooh.
Because I'm teaching a rose class.
Wow. That's
if you want to
exciting.
be a rose.
Awesome. Well, we are here on Tuesday, April 21st, and tomorrow is Earth Day. And so we wanted to talk about Earth Day this week with you because it's my favorite week of the year. I like to celebrate Earth Day every day, and but this week is especially celebrating Earth Day. So today, throughout this week, I wanted to talk about 3 important ways that we can help our Earth. And you might have heard them before. They're the 3 R's: reducing, reusing, and recycling. And I want to talk about each of those today, each of those this week. And today I want to focus on reusing. And I have a really fun activity you can do where you can reuse old crayons. So I have a feeling you have lots of crayons at home, and then sometimes they snap and they get a little old, and you color them all the way down to the paper, and then you just don't know what to do with them anymore. And I bet you have lots of those. And so this activity is reusing old crayons. And so what you do is what you're going to do is find old blue, green. Those are the main ones. And if you have white, you could do white too. Old blue, green, and white crayons. You peel the paper off of those crayons and you break them down into maybe even just one a little bit smaller than this. And then you're going to put them into a muffin tin. We're reusing your old crayons to reuse and make new crayons that are round like the Earth and the colors of the Earth, which are, if you were to look at the Earth from space, the Earth is green and blue and white with the clouds. So I take my little crayon scraps and I put them into my muffin tin, and then I put it in the oven for a little while, and then when it comes out, I let it cool, and then I have a whole new circular Earth crayon, and I can give them to my friends and I can use them. And so here's kind of a picture. I haven't peeled the crayons off these, but here's an idea of what we're gonna do. We made some heart ones for Valentine's Day one year, with a little heart-shaped
and we
thing.
Delivered them to our friends.
Shared them with our friends. So here's kind of an idea of what it ends up turning out to be. Ours will be circular for the Earth though. And then before we go, one more thing about that. I added directions to how to do this, exact directions, in an email to your parents. So ask them about that if you want to do this activity to reuse your crayons. There's other ways you can reuse things, so you can get creative. If you don't have old crayons, come up with another thing that you could reuse in your home. So some other ideas of how we reuse things are, I was thinking composting. So we have a little container in our kitchen that we put our fruit and vegetable scraps in, and then when it gets full, we bring it outside into our worm bin, and the worms eat it and break it down, and we make delicious soil for our plants. So that's one way we reuse old vegetable and fruit scraps to then bring nutrients to plants, which it's a good thing for the Earth to plant plants. Another thing that we do at home here is we donate our clothes to our friends or to local thrift stores. And so we know that our clothes are being reused, that they're gently used and they still are in good condition, and we can give them to somebody else to reuse. And then we also buy our clothes often from thrift stores or secondhand stores, so we know that the clothes aren't brand new. We're reusing them. Another thing that we do is we use cloth napkins. And so we can, when we're done with those, we wash them and we can reuse them. And so when you use paper towel napkins or regular napkins, then we throw them away. So this is one other way that we reuse things. You can also look in your recycling bin, and a lot of the items that you might recycle, you can end up reusing. Like old tin cans, you can reuse to plant seeds in. And anyway, you can get creative. I like to save jars a lot of times so I can use them for little to-go containers. So those are just some ideas of how.
Or a store, you could play like store and like.
Yeah, Leona's been using old boxes and stuff to, we're not going to get it right now because our video is almost done, but we've been using old boxes that are in good condition, and she plays store with them. So it's another way to reuse things. So thanks for watching, and have fun reusing things today. Bye.